Hello and welcome to my first Fire Emblem Engage Wave 4 Xenologue guide. Alright, so these are going to be tips that should help you greatly, and these are things that I'm discovering since the first day. But one of the things you can do is on chapter 3 and onward, as far as I can tell, if you go to manage items, you can actually take items from other people, and different units have different items. So, for example, there are extra elixirs on your non-deployed units, and there are also different items. So if I go to lances, for example, there's like a rider's bane, there's spears, and so on. So I can like take this rider's bane. Now I have a rider's bane. I can steal some elixirs from people. So Chloe, she just has no two-range weapons. So now let's give her one. So this is pretty useful to do. This is the first thing. The second thing is your passives matter. So you actually can bring passives in with you. So this will also greatly help you. So if you get like Sword Power and Speed Taker, this makes your units really strong and allows you to fix your unit's bad speed. You can also fix stats with the Emblem Rings, and you can equip Emblem Rings on the new units you get. So if you go to Emblem Rings, you can't change the inventory of these units, like some of these force deploys, but you can change their Emblem Rings. So for example, if you want Nil to be useful, you can put Micaiah on him so that he gains C and Staff, and then he can also contribute instead of just being useless the whole time, which is the standard for maddening on this. But definitely put different items on dudes, it helps. And also check the inventory, because there are some utility weapons. So for example, 11 Sword. I can take that. So there's an Armor Slayer. So let's grab that Armor Slayer. I do not need Liberation, it's basically useless, so I'll just throw that on a dude. So you might as well grab the Levin Sword if there is one, Killing Edge. Whatever weapons you can get your hands on. There are arts, but there's not that many. You can run double elixirs, so take an elixir from another unit. That can be good. I don't really know that I want to run Killing Edge, I don't think that's going to help. Levin Sword might be okay. It's like the damage is kind of low. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Like, I'd rather have some two-range option. So this will help you greatly. And then Chimera. I think I actually took her spear. There we go. Alright, so now she has a spear. So she can two-range. Then Fram over here. The other thing, too, is some of your like utility units won't have certain things. So like, for example, they won't have healing items on themselves. So if they need to heal themselves on a specific turn, they won't have that. So you might as well just steal that from a dude. Then Sadal, he can just hold, he can grab excess fortifies. So if you want to get like a fortify, he can grab that, give it to someone. He can hold extra things like extra elixirs, which is pretty useful. So I highly recommend running him. So basically you want to run super units. You're going to want to have enemy phase units as well. You're going to have units with good builds. So, alright, so here's the team that I'm running currently. Let me just go to swap spaces. Alright, so we got Chimera is really good here. She's very tanky with Ike, especially if you have Bond level 20. And enemies will straight up ignore her. If you run Speed Taker, that can be enough, and then, Strength/Dex +5, or anything. You could run Lance Power, that'd be fine as well. She doesn't have Sandstorm, so honestly, Lance Power would just be objectively better, so if you have Lance Power on her, that's good. Chloe is pretty good. This particular Chloe has Speed +5 and Lance Power 5, and then Alir has Sword Power 5 and Speed Taker. And then on Fram, we have +20 Avoid, and then Lunar Brace Plus, though arguably this is better. Like, she's not going to be able to quad because she loses Flashing Fist, because the only thing you get is Steel Hand, so you're better off running some more defensive thing on your Chi Adept if you're going to be bonded shielding. And then on Sadal, I'm running Veronica, so that he can create summons, and also Canter plus quality time for passive healing. And then on Gregory, I just have Byleth for sieging, and dancing, the AoE dance. Micaiah on him is useful. Camilla on her allows her to fly, which can be pretty good. You can run whatever on her. Same thing with her, you can run whatever. But for your main units, I would say Dancer, Bonded Shield, Off Tank, 1 or 2 off tanks and some damage, and you should be fine. But yeah, changing the inventory, this is huge. Pulling things out of convoy. The other thing too is you definitely want to save it. So if you like set your inventory up. So, alright. So that's it for this one, just some quick tips for the DLC. I'm going to resume my playthrough now, and I'll see you in the next one.